since Magna Carta, centuries ago, we've been a country that have enjoyed better freedoms, better liberties, better rights than virtually anywhere else in the world. And of course, that's why we are a democracy. In fact, we invented the very concept of parliamentary democracy. And on May the 1st this year, nearly all of the English county council elections are due to give you the opportunity to vote for really important stuff. You know, who runs the roads, the potholes, who's in charge of adult care, who's in charge of children with learning difficulties. This stuff matters. I simply could not believe the rumour when I heard that the Labour government, despite any manifesto commitment, want to completely change the shape of local government, and that is now being used by the Conservative Party, who in fact run most of the county councils, as a reason to cancel the elections. No, I'm not making it up. Over half of the county councils in Britain have said, because these changes are coming, we want the elections cancelled on May the 1st. It looks like about 10 million of you who would have had the right to vote on that day will not be able to. I think this is absolutely monstrous. We haven't heard a big debate about it because both Labour and the Conservatives agree. They are terrified of the rise of reform. They know just how well we're going to do on May the 1st, and they've cancelled the elections in many of our strongest areas. Well, I promise you, we will fight those that are still up. We will do well, but I'm pretty angry. This denial of our democracy is something that is fundamentally un-British, anti-British, it's undemocratic, and it shows how rotten the whole system is now in British politics. There is no doubt in my mind, when you look at it, that Britain is broken, and Britain needs reform.
Called Julian Malins. Quite controversial. Back in the summer, a reform UK general election candidate who has described Russian President Vladimir Putin as a very good, has clarified his comments when asked his remarks he gave at a hustings event. Julian Malins said the leader was a good Russian president, but not a good man in the Christian sense. Mr. Malins is standing to be MP in Salisbury and Wiltshire, where a woman was poisoned and they died. Leader of Reform UK Nigel Farage said he did not argue with the original comment, but he did not want the party candidates to be told what to think. Mr. Malins has told Huston's event on Sunday he had met Mr. Putin. The Salisbury Journal reported actually met Mr. Putin and had a 10-minute chat with him. He seemed very good, Mr. Malins reportedly said. When I asked about the comments about the BBC Radio Wiltshire, he said he's a very Russian president as such. He's a good Russian president. It doesn't follow the Christian sense. He's a good man, of course not. A wicked act. BBC Radio Wiltshire asked Mr. Malins about his remarks in the context of 2018 and the Nervage attacks. Never forget them. He said, scribble, scribble, you know, Novichok attacks. He said the poisoning was a wicked act, unquestionably, and caused immense damage to the sea. The Kremlin has always denied. Anyway, Mr. Farage said, I don't agree with it, but I want a political party to be full of nodding. I do not want a political party full of nodding donkeys who were told what they must not think or, or I do. Anyway, whether it is Mr. Mullins, and if it is, he will be a fascinating person to have on as a guest. What a guest he would be. Talking about Putin, that really weird. I would love to get into Putin with him. Anyway, because we all know the war needs to end. One way or the other. Anyway, this has been Reform, and more local to my home. And obviously now my podcast will be up and running soon. Starting to get some guests coming.